Hi, I'm Christina and welcome to my channel, ChriskaYoga. Today is day 14 for the 30-day yoga reset challenge and we'll be focusing on the hips. This is all about gaining a little bit of flexibility and mobility in the hips. We'll be focusing on hip flexion and extension as well, the outer hip and the hip joint. So I hope you enjoyed this one. Before we get started, if you are not subscribed yet to this channel, hit the subscribe button down below the video. It is free to subscribe here on YouTube and I would love to have you as a part of this community. If you would like access to all 30 days, all 30 classes, for this 30-day yoga reset challenge without intros and outros, without YouTube ads, and with the ability to practice without needing an internet connection by watching on your phone, your tablet, or your TV, then definitely check out my membership site called My Yoga Habit. It's a great way to build a yoga habit in your life. And you can practice the entire 30-day challenge for free because I'm offering throughout the month of September a 30-day free trial. So anytime you join throughout the month, you can get 30 days from that date completely free to try out any of the content that's available on that site. So if you would like to try it out, join My Yoga Habit and click the link provided in the description box below and on the screen in the card section of this video. So if you're ready, grab your yoga mat and let's get started. So we're going to begin lying flat on the ground. We did this in our joint mobility day of this 30-day challenge. We're going to repeat it. So stretch the left leg out onto the ground and hug the leg in towards the chest, the right leg, bending the right leg, holding on to that leg with both of your hands. You're going to release control from the right leg, and we're just going to move it forward and backwards. So away from the body and then towards the body, moving it with your arms and your hands, not with your leg. Just adding some mobility into the right hip joint. Slowly and gently moving the leg and continue here. Slowly come to stillness here. We're going to come into a twist, taking the right leg, crossing it over to the left side of your body, placing the left hand on the right leg to keep it over to the side, reaching the right arm out to the side and looking over with the head to the right. Hold here in your twist and breathe. Slowly come back to the center. And we're going to take a half happy baby. So flexing both of your feet from here. Take the right hand and place it on the pinky toe side of the foot. And then lift that foot up. So the bottom of the right foot is facing the ceiling and your right knee is in towards the right armpit. Keep the left hand on the left hip to help keep it down on the ground. And you can relax here for a moment in your half happy baby. Release your hand from your foot Set the right leg down onto the ground, straightening it out. We'll take that entire sequence with the left leg. So bend the left leg, hugging it in towards the chest. Hold on to that leg with both of your hands, and just as we did on the other side, moving the leg with your hands and not with your leg. Moving it forward, away from the body, and then in towards the body. Away and towards it. Forward and backwards. I'm just going to gently and slowly and smoothly move the leg in this way, breathing as we do so. From here, come to stillness. Take the right leg and cross it over to the left side of your body, keeping the hand on the leg, the right hand on the left leg. Reach your right arm out to the side. Look over to the right with your head. Relax here in your twist. And slowly come back to the center. And then take both of your feet, flexing both of your feet. Take hold of the pinky toe side of your left foot in your left hand, and then bring the bottom of the foot to facing the ceiling, bringing the left knee in towards the left armpit, and holding here with your hand, your right hand on the right leg to help keep the right hip down, and hold in your half happy baby on the left. Slowly release your hand from your foot, set your legs down and bend both of your legs, placing the bottoms of your feet on the ground and knees pointed up. From here, hug the right leg in towards the chest and hold on to the right shin with the left hand, flexing the right foot. From here, lift up the left leg off of the ground, turn it out from the hip. Now listen carefully. Take the right hand, place it on the left ankle or foot, depending on where you can reach. And then, holding on to the shin and the foot with your hands, place the outer edge of the right leg, so the outer leg, down onto the yoga mat. Now this is a very intense quad and front of the hip stretch, so you might notice that your leg is coming up a little bit, and that's totally fine. Just prioritize from here keeping the low back on the ground. So we want to avoid swaying and arching the low back in this stretch. So if the left leg comes off the ground a bit, that's totally fine. Once you're settled here, close your eyes or not, whatever's comfortable for you, and relax for a moment. Slowly release your hands from your legs and your feet. Hug the legs in towards the chest, and we'll take that stretch on the other side. So, taking hold of the right ankle in the left hand underneath the left leg. You're holding the left shin in your right hand, flexing the left foot, placing the outer right leg onto the ground. You should be feeling quite a deep stretch in the quad on the right. I'm fairly tight today in my quad, so my leg is lifting off the ground a bit more than usual. But I want to prioritize keeping my low back on the ground and not overly arching the back in order to get that right leg down. So it's okay that the leg is lifted. Once you're settled and you find your pose here, just relax and breathe into any discomfort you might feel and remain here. Slowly release your hands from your legs, and then we're going to roll ourselves up to a seated position and bring the legs around. Coming to low lunge, but first we want to have our blanket, our yoga blanket, handy by the top of the yoga mat because we'll be using it in a moment. So I'm taking my yoga blanket, I'm going to fold it in a long rectangle shape and just set it off to the side so I'm ready for it when I need it. So once everything is ready, your props are ready, take your right leg and step it forward into a low lunge, bringing the right knee directly tracking above the right ankle, and the toes are pointed forward towards the shorter edge of your yoga mat. Once you're settled here in your low lunge with your front leg, have your hands framing the front foot on the ground, looking down just forward of your right toes to keep your spine as straight as possible. The left leg is on the diagonal behind you, feeling a stretch in the left quad and the front of the left hip. We're going to hold our low lunge here for a moment and breathe. From here, we're going to take this stretch a little bit deeper. Take the hand, walk it on the inside of the right foot, and walk that right foot out to the right, so to the edge of the yoga mat. From here, we can stay up on the hands, but to take the hip stretch a little bit deeper, come down onto your forearms and look down, keeping as much length in your spine as possible, coming into deep flexion of the right hip and feeling a deeper stretch in the left quad and the front of the left hip. And wherever you are here, hold and breathe. Come up onto your hands if you weren't there already, and we're going to take our pigeon pose. This is where you'll need your yoga blanket, or where I like to use one. So I'm going to place it horizontally right underneath where my hips are going to rest. Coming back into the lizard pose for a moment, walking the right foot over to the left. And I'm going to drop down onto the outer edge of my right leg, turning that right leg out from the hip, resting my hips on the blanket. There is an alternative pose here that you can do if this is too intense of a hip stretch for you at this time, and I'll show that pose here once your hips are settled onto the blanket. Walk your hands forward, coming into a forward fold. Stack one hand on top of the other and then place your forehead on top of your hands. I'm going to remain here for several deep breaths, so relax, breathing into any discomfort you might be feeling, and remain here. Gently lift your head off of your hands, come up out of your forward fold, tuck your left toe, and bring your leg back underneath your body, coming through hands and knees, and we'll take that entire sequence on the other side. Stepping the left foot forward, coming into low lunge on the left, keeping that left leg tracking directly above the left ankle, so the knee is above the ankle, toes are pointed forward. Coming into low lunge, keep the right leg on the diagonal behind you, pressing the hips down in the direction of the ground. Looking down, keep as much length in your spine as you can. Breathing deeply and hold here. To take this stretch even deeper, walk the hands to the inside of the left foot, walking the left foot out to the left to the edge of the yoga mat. Either staying up here on the hands or bending down to the forearms, taking this hip stretch even deeper, coming into very deep flexion on the left and stretching even deeper into the front of the right quad and the front of the hip. Once you're settled here and you've found your pose, hold, breathe for a moment. Slowly come up onto your hands. We'll take our pigeon pose on the left, walking the left foot over to the right. Drop the outer leg down, keeping the left leg turned out from the hip. My hips are resting on top of my blanket. Once again, feel free to take thread the needle or supine pigeon pose if this is too intense for you. The top of the right leg is on the ground behind you. Fold the torso forward and stack the hands, preferably the opposite hand from before, on top of each other, and rest the forehead on the hands. Once you're settled here, come back to the breath and relax. Slowly make your way up out of your forward fold. Tuck your right toe. Bring your left leg underneath your body, coming through hands and knees. You can sit onto your heels if you would like. We're going to set the blanket off to the side and come to sitting on the ground. From here, stretch your legs out in front of you. Bend the right leg and cross it over the left. You have the option of keeping the left leg straight, or for a deeper hip stretch, bend the left leg in, bringing the heel in towards the right glute. Sitting up tall on the two sits bones at the bottom of your pelvis, wrap your left arm around your right leg. Bring your right arm behind you. Use your arms on the ground and on your leg to help lengthen your spine. And then on your exhale, twist your upper body to the right, looking as far behind you as you can. With each inhale, as you're remaining here in your twist, lengthen the spine even further. And with each exhale, try and twist a little bit deeper. Not forcing anything or being too hard on yourself, just gently using your breath to help you stretch. Slowly unwind from your twist. We're going to take a yin pose called shoelace. I'm not very good at this pose, but instead of having the foot on the ground as we just did, we're going to take that leg and place the outer edge of the foot on the ground. Ideally, your knees would be stacking right on top of each other, but I don't have that much external rotation in my right leg especially, so my knees don't stack on top of each other. It's up to you. If you can do that, that's great. So as you're here, we're going to come into a forward fold. So your legs you should be feeling a pretty deep stretch in the external rotation of your hips here. And if this is uncomfortable for you, of course, you can always skip it. Take an inhale and lengthen your spine wherever you are here in this stretch, and then walk your torso forward as far as you can, reaching forward as much as possible. Looking down towards the ground, and keep as much length in your spine as you can today. Relax here for a moment and breathe. Slowly walk yourself up out of your forward fold, uncross your legs, and we're going to do that sequence on the other side. So straighten the legs out to begin. Bend the left leg this time, cross it over the right. The bottom of the left foot is on the floor, knee pointed up, and you have the option to keep that right leg straight or bend it in and bring the foot in towards the left glute. This is just a deeper hip stretch, and it's completely up to you whether or not you want to bend that leg. So once you're settled here, we're going to come into our twist by wrapping the right arm around the left leg and bringing the left arm behind the body on the ground. Take an inhale using the arms to help you lengthen the spine up taller, and then on your exhale, we're going to twist to the left. Looking as far behind you as you can here, and as we did on the other side, use the breath to help you twist. So as you remain here in this twist, with each inhale that you take, lengthen the spine and sit up taller. And with each exhale, try and twist just a bit deeper, looking further and further behind you. Very gentle movements here as you're trying to twist deeper, and try not to force yourself into anything. Be kind to your body and remain here. Slowly unwind, coming back to the center. We'll take our shoelace pose here. So try and stack the knees as close to on top of each other as you can, bringing the outer edge of the left foot to the ground so your bottom of your foot is no longer on the ground. And once you're settled with your legs, inhale, lengthen your spine up taller. Exhale, walk your torso as far forward as you can, looking down and keeping length in your spine as much as possible. Breathing deeply and remain here. Slowly make your way up out of your forward fold, uncross your legs, come to lying on your back, and you may want to grab some yoga blocks. So we're going to rest here in supine or supta Baddha Konasana, supine bound angle pose. So bring your feet to meet each other at the center line of your body, and your knees are going to come out to the side. Now this is where you might need some blocks, so I'll place the blocks under my legs as a demonstration. I'm going to do on the medium height here. It seems to be the best for my body today. Just for some extra comfort in my hips so they're not, so gravity isn't being too harsh on the hips. We did a lot of stretching of the hips today, so just be kind to yourself, or you can just remove the blocks and do it without the blocks for a deeper hip stretch. Once you are settled with your legs, you can place your hands on the ground with your palms facing up by your sides. You can also place your hands on your belly or on your legs. Whatever you choose to do today, it's totally up to you, whatever you feel comfortable doing. And once you're settled in your pose, close your eyes. Come back to your breath. Focusing on your inhales and your exhales here. Coming inward as much as you can. And remain here. Bring some slight motion back into your body, gently moving your hands, gently moving your feet. You can use your hands to help bring your legs in. Set your yoga blocks off to the side. When you're ready, roll onto the right side of your body. Resting here with your legs bent and your arm underneath your head. Use your hands to help you come up to a seated position. Cross your shins, flex your feet under your legs. Sit up tall. Breathing deeply in and out through your nose. Close your eyes. And bring your hands to meet at the center of your chest. Bow your head to your fingertips. Namaste. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this class. If you liked it, please take 2 seconds and hit that like button down below the video, giving it a thumbs up. It really would help to support the channel by telling YouTube to share it with more people. So it would mean a lot to me if you gave it a thumbs up, shared it with your friends, commented below the video letting me know how you're doing, how you're liking everything so far, how you're liking the challenge. I always love to hear from you. I always reply to your comments, so leave me a comment below as well. If you're not yet subscribed to this YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell down below the video. It is free to subscribe here on YouTube, and I would love to have you as a part of this growing community, so please join us. For even more yoga resources from me, check out my website, ChriskaYoga.com, and don't forget to also follow me over on Instagram at ChriskaYoga for yoga motivation and inspiration, behind the scenes of this channel, so much more. All of the links to everything that I mentioned and more are listed in the description box below. Thank you so much. See you next time.